Some people consider Russian to be a hard language, and there are a few nuances you gotta know, but past tense isn't one of those. It's really easy, and that's what I'm gonna teach you today. Давайте начнем. Всем привет, меня зовут Jared, я делаю русский язык легким. Do you remember back when I was teaching you first conjugation verbs? Right here, if you didn't see that video, and we had all these different endings depending on the different personal pronouns? Well, we're gonna start with the past tense in first conjugation, and I'm happy to tell you that we don't have to worry about all these different endings because there isn't a different ending for all the different pronouns. It's really simple. The only thing that you have to worry about in past tense is the gender or if it's plural. Let's take the verb читать as our first example. The first thing that you do when you're trying to figure out the past tense is you drop the te miyaki znak. Again, this is first conjugation, so we drop that off. And then we're going to add the correct ending based on gender or whether it's singular or plural. And this is really easy. For masculine, it's L. Feminine, it's la. Neuter, it's lo. And then for plural, it's li. Pretty easy, right? I mean, you see how it's just basically L with whatever letter makes it masculine, feminine, neuter, or plural. Not hard at all. Very easy to remember. So, читать, drop the te miyaki znak, and if we wanted to say he read, we would say он читал. If we wanted to say she read, она читала. We read or they read, они читали. Not hard at all, right? And here's the other thing. You know some verbs have the accent that shifts all over the place? The accent is generally never on the end. I want to say always, but every time I say always, someone always finds the exception where I'm wrong. So I would say 99% of the time it's going to be on the root of the word. It's not going to come at the end here. It's a safe bet. Easy, right? El, la, lo, li. Memorize those. You've got first conjugation past tense memorized. Now, do you remember when we talked about ovat verbs there? Чувствовать, for example, to feel. And we had to take the ovat off and add the U and then put the ending on. You don't have to do any of that. You just drop the te miyaki znak and add the correct past tense ending. So чувствовать, we wanted to say we felt, we would say мы чувствовали. Really easy, right? All right, let's do second conjugation verbs. Oh wait, there's no difference for second conjugation verbs. It's the exact same as first conjugation. Isn't this great? It's nice to finally have something easy in Russian, isn't it? So let's take the verb говорить, for example. You just drop the te miyaki znak, you add in the L, la, lo, or li. If we wanted to say she was speaking in Russian, она говорила на русском. Really easy, isn't it? You remember how in a previous video we talked about how some verbs end in the ye te miyaki znak in our second conjugation, for example, смотреть? Same thing, just drop the te miyaki znak, add the correct past tense ending. He watched, он смотрел. Very easy. Reflexive verbs, if you know what those are the the same way. You drop the te miyaki znak, put on the correct ending, and then you throw that little reflexive on the end there. So if we wanted to say he met, он встречался. If we wanted to say we met, мы встречались. Now I won't go into the endings for reflexive verbs in here, but just know the s, ya, and the s is standard reflexive endings based on consonants, vowels, things like that. If you know reflective verbs, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't worry about it. We're going to get to those. Speaking of which, you ought to subscribe to the channel. I put out 3 videos a week, Monday vocab, Wednesday grammar, and Fridays is something fun, historical, cultural. Okay, let's keep going. It's also the same in perfective and imperfective. It doesn't matter. It's the same in all different forms of the verbs. Isn't that nice? It's just nice to have something that's consistent, that works, and that's easy. Now, there is one caveat. It's not a general overall caveat, but I can't say that every single word in Russian follows this example. The vast majority of them do, but there are words that have quirky little past tense, and you just have to memorize those. For example, the verb идти, to go. I mean, look at this. It doesn't even look like a verb. It doesn't end in the и те мягкий знак. And the past tense is crazy too. The past tense is шел, шла, шло, шли. I mean, whoa, what is that? Just crazy. I don't want to overwhelm you with those right now. Just know that there are some verbs that are crazy weird and you just have to learn those, but the majority of verbs are nice and simple when it comes to past tense. All right, As always, if you have any questions, leave me comments in the show notes and I'll try and help you out there. Ну хорошо, тогда это все. Спасибо и увидимся.